I think I cried like twice last night, like a baby.
Well, baby is as baby does.
Baby is as baby does.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's like stupid is, but stupid to us, but baby.
I am what is it? The designated crier of the group, so it's fine.
I definitely
I
got
have, like, a
a
whole-
little misty-eyed at the end when they were, when he was giving his speech and they were showing the video, and yeah, it was definitely emotional.
Oh yeah,
It's been emotional.
I cried
can't-
when Johnny Eblen lost. I cried.
you did not. Stop it. Stop. You did not.
I did too.
For what reason? Did you lose money?
No, I just been waiting for him to lose for so long, and it was.
Just the bane of your existence. Thank God you fucking failed.
Yeah, and I saw the guy was getting like annihilated early, and then the whole transition where he started taking over, and
No, I
It
didn't
was
think
a
he was
feel-good
getting taken
moment.
over like in the first half of the fight. I just figured Eblin was doing Eblin things where it's like he does the Sean Strickland walk in front of you and throw hands, but he'll wrestle. So that's kind of like the difference between the two of them. And Van Steenis is like Vittori almost in a sense where he's just capable, but he's not a guy you would expect to do really well against elite guys. He's just there doing things. And then when Van Steenis like literally started landing heavier shots and causing Eblin to wrestle harder, I'm like, oh shit, he might have a chance. And then Eblin wrestles him in the fifth, like a smart person, and you see Vince Steenis just like say, all right, if I fail, I fail, but I'm gonna go out fucking swinging, and he fucking gets him. He fucking gets him, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe he actually fucking did it. He fucking did it. Oh shit, oh shit. And then you will go into the main event of fucking tonight, and it's just all the feels, just all throughout the fucking thing. Like someone's just having an emotional like waterfall of fucking emotions hit you with the fucking first round all the way to the fifth round to the fucking final, where you're looking at it and they're both sitting in the front of each other, just like saying, fuck it, let's go. And you see the whole fucking crowd like lose their shit. Like that to me is the event of the year. I don't give a fuck about the rest of the card. The main event, that's what it's for. We did it. We fucking did it. We got here. We're back, baby. We're back.
Yeah, no, my takeaway is I think Evelyn just tried to, like Khabib used to say, like no one can wrestle for 15 minutes or 25 minutes or something without taking like a little break, and I think he tried to wrestle, and he just got exhausted.
Yeah, because Van Steenis literally said, I'm gonna do this or fail trying. And he did it, and somehow we got to see Eblin like unconscious, which is fun.
Yeah.
It was the dreaded death gas by Johnny Eblin. He didn't just gas; he fucking deathly gassed. He had nothing left.
It's a good fight though.
He wasn't even fighting the hands when he got in that choke.
I don't think
he was exhausted.
I think it was more interesting than like a good fight. Like
it gives you drama. If a fight can give you drama, that means it's a good fight. You know?
Yeah, I'm going by a different definition of a good fight, but I understand where you're coming from, and that's fair because it was drama and there was.
It's a big drama show. How do we want to do this, gentlemen?
But yeah. As far as Scuffle goes, I don't got nothing planned out. I don't know if you guys do.
I was just thinking, talk maybe the Dakota fight in the Scuffle. Have a bit of special on that. If you want to talk a bit more PFL, you could do. I can't really because I didn't pay any attention to any other part of it other than the Dakota fight. I think I was cooking chicken during the Eblin fight, and obviously I haven't seen the main card at all for 318.
Not even the main?
No.
I know the result, but no, I haven't seen it.
Okay. My idea would be we just reminisce about Dustin Poirier and what his career means to us or just in general. Dustin Poirier love fest.
Maybe rifle off the main card fights and just give like a quick little thing, but you guys don't all have to talk about them, and instead you could spend the time talking about Dustin if you want, but at least like say the fight and
What
this
about
person won.
DangerMouse? Do you know the results of all the main card fights?
No, I haven't looked at the results either.
Shit.
If I'd have been hosted, I might have done what I did a couple of months back and just fucked around and done it off stats. But because I'm not hosting, I didn't bother doing that.
Yeah, because what I was gonna say is what we could do is just say that maybe you were a couple of drinks deep in the bag last night and not paying too much attention, and you could just pretend like you saw the fights, but
Oh, we do a mouse hangover movie style.
but if you
We're missing
if you
Mouse.
don't even
Have
know
you
the
seen it?
results,
Well, that's what I'd say. We do a Sunday Night Scuffle, and then I can fuck off, and you and Dave and Austin can do the 318.
well, it's up to Dave.
Either that or you could just do the typical show, but then only have like you and Austin talk about the main card.
Yeah,
But-
and then yeah.
Well, you know what? Instead of like Lazy presenting in the main for the main card, like, well, we could do briefs on the prelims up to the main card opener, and Mouse basically asks like, "Oh, I missed it. I missed the fight because reasons." Let me flip the script a little bit here. I'll ask you guys what you think of the fights, and then we'll go from there. Instead of it that way, it's like it's kind of like played into it a little bit. I don't know. This is spitballing.
Yeah, if I had an intro like Lazy does, that would work, but it's not going to work on this because, like, I was flicking through Fight Pass, and I was like, I want to watch the prelims again, and I started watching. I was like, hang on a second, this is saying last night's prelims. That's when I realized I hadn't seen the second batch of prelims, and I didn't even recognize the names on it. That's how much I paid attention to this fucking card. I was like,
oh god damn it, Mouse.
Are they fighting on this card? It's just I didn't rate this card, to be honest, not on who was fighting on it, but it's a boxing card. The main event's fantastic. The co-main might have been okay. I don't know, but
Surprisingly not bad.
Yeah, they might have been good. Like I said, most of the prelims were pretty good because most of the early ones, at least, were all finishers.
Yeah.
Like
All right. Well, how about this then? How about we do the show as we would do, as though you had seen it, and then each time I go to pitch a fight to you, you just make up some fucking thing you were doing as to why you didn't see it. Be like, no, I didn't see this one. I was making a fucking old fashioned, and so yeah, that's about all I got to say on this. Why don't I just kick it to and I'll be like, all right, well, that's Austin then.
I can do that for 5 fights. Yeah, I'm sure I can think up 5 different reasons why I wasn't there.
That could work because then we won't go so long on the main card because you won't be having nothing to say on them. So it'll just be me and Austin. So when we get to the best of the rest, some of the prelims you actually did see, you can just bring up some of that shit.
Yeah, give me a moment. How many fights do I need to cover?
5.
I think 5.
5. So I need 5 reasons why I wasn't there. Okay.
Being an emergency.
Yeah, exactly.
I can think of 5, I'm sure.
Okay, so we got our plan then. DangerMouse is just gonna pretend like he was too preoccupied to watch the main card.
He was celebrating Dakota's win.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. He was in a euphoric state. He couldn't focus.
I was very far from a euphoric state, let me tell you. That's just reminded me, actually. That was one thing I can put down. I was writing up the Dakota fight.
The emotional states that he's gone through, and the fact that Dakota hammers it, like crushes a can essentially, and then realizes, oh god, she's never leaving.
Well, because that she broke her fucking hand as well by the looks of it. So
Oh shit.
Yep.
yeah. So like I said, this is the only thing I've got written down. I've got some notes on Dakota and what's her name? Sumiko, isn't it? Sumiko Inaba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was dumb.
Well,
Could not remember her name when I was.
maybe why don't you paste together some stuff from maybe whatever you get from this early banter, and then we could do some extra on the back end talking about Dakota and whatever, and turn that into the scuffle.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, do it that way.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, so everyone's ready then?
Yeah.
Dave, do you want us to wait till a certain time or just go whenever?
I'll go whenever.
All right. Well,
Just let me have a look at the order of the fights. I want to pick an excuse appropriately for each one. I suppose I can do that while you guys are chatting. Who's the first fight you're going to be talking about?
Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber.
Okay, no worries.
All right. Yeah. Count me in whenever you're ready, Dave.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Just Bleed Radio. Today is Sunday, July 20th. Is that the date?
It's the 20th.
July
Yeah,
20th.
okay.
I wasn't even listening there.
I had to double check because I just fucked it up the other week. So
You did, yeah.
okay.
It's funny.
Let's get this introduction out of the way. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Sunday Night Scuffle, brought to you by Just Bleed Radio. I'm LazyBed. I got no special and DangerMouse with me. You've already tuned into this show before. You know what we do. Right now, we're just talking shop and bullshitting. So, anyway, boys, continue. This is the Scuffle.
Holy shit! Some motherfucker in a hurry.
For once, you're the one swearing in the introduction.
Hey, I've been up early. I've been drinking since we started the show, and smoking since way before that. I was just saying that I woke up at like 7:30 this morning, couldn't get back to sleep, came downstairs, made myself a cup of coffee, sat outside in the sun with the window open so I could hear some Eminem being blasted through, and smoked a joint, and that was the start of my day. And it's now 10 o'clock in the UK, so yeah.
Sounds like the perfect way to start a danger day.
Yeah, it's been a fun one. It's been a fun one, so yeah. At least I didn't sleep all the day away, unlike some people I could mention.
Ooh. And it wasn't me, even though my name's LazyBed.
It was not.
It's the house sleeps when I got up this morning. So apparently, like, there isn't a day that goes by where somebody's dogs out here are not barking, and it's like, I think one of them was like at like 10 o'clock or some shit because I was making breakfast for the wife and whatnot, and I legit could hear like someone's dog just fucking yapping for like a good hour, just like constantly. I had the fan on to get the smoke and whatnot out of the kitchen, but you could just hear it just go. Another dog at the next fence to go. Fucking someone coming out of their house. Like, shut up! Now, stop it! Right, stop! Get out of the house! And it's just like it's constant. I don't know why, and it's like never the same house either. There's always like someone's dog. One was like at 2 o'clock in the morning, just like run, just some fucking big, massive, fucking sounding dog, and nobody fucking doing anything to stop it. And you're just like, what's happening right now?
There's a couple of houses up on me. There's a bull terrier, I think it is. Difficult to say. Kind of a soft grey, dieselish colour. But they got a trampoline, and the dog jumps on the trampoline. And occasionally it jumps up and it looks up and it sees me because I'm stood at the back door smoking. And I'll bark or say its name or good boy or whatever and attract his attention. And yeah, mildly amusing moments stood at the back door.
Nice.
Yeah, that was barking the other night. Where I don't know what it was barking at. It wasn't me. The evening, what's it called in the 101 Dalmatians? Evening bark, is it, or something like that? That all the dogs do at 6 o'clock in the evening or something like that.
Oh God, I can't for the life of me remember.
I'm gonna have to look that up and put a clip in the video as well when we do it. Note to editor, that's you.
Danny? Who's on the telegraph?
It's Pongo, Regent's Park. It's an all-dog alert.
What's it all about? What's the word? Tell me, Danny. Tell me.
Wait a minute. Well, now. That is something.
What, Danny? What's something?
15 Dalmatian puppies. Stolen.
Have they called the police? Scotland Yard.
The humans have tried everything. Now it's up to us dogs. The twilight bark.
I'll sound the alert.
Yeah, well, today, I don't know what anyone else wants to talk about, but obviously it was PFL last night, and what should have been the main event, which was the co-main event, was Dakota Ditchever versus Sumiko Inaba, Lady Samurai, as she was also known. And that was the fight I've been looking forward to all year, not because of Lady Samurai, of course, but because of Dakota. And yeah,
you don't say, huh?
yeah. I've kind of been singing her praises for quite some time now on the show.
Shocking.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually if I mentioned her on this week's weekend roundup. If I didn't, that's the first time she fought this weekend as well. It'll be funny if I've messed that one up at that moment. I just want to say a little bit about the fight. First off, Sumiko, she just came forward for as much of the fight as she could. She came straight out the blocks, and she looked to apply pressure and back Dakota up, make things messy against the cage. And I think to some degree she did. But Dakota's very good in that tie clinch. But again, credit to Lady Samurai here, because she was working the body from those clinches. Flurries of punches, I think, into Dakota's ribs. And I found that a little bit worrying, to be honest. And that was obviously Lady Samurai's plan, because at range, Dakota was clearly the better fighter. And again, Lady Samurai, she never gave up. One tough lady over those 3 rounds. And I don't know if you noticed, I know we were all watching the fight. At least I know that myself and Lazy were. If you notice in the fight, whenever Dakota had control at the cage, Sumiko was just keeping her right arm glued down to her liver. Her elbow was permanently glued down to her ribs on her right side. And I think either Dakota or one of her coaches must have noticed it, because they did communicate to her, or she did switch to trying to work the other side of the body. And I think if Lady Samurai didn't have such a tough head, we would have seen a KO in this fight. And similarly, if she'd moved that arm away, I think we would have seen her drop somewhere in that fight as well. She had a great poker face for most of the fight, but I did think maybe in round 2, I think it was, I saw wince once or twice when Dakota sneaked that elbow just inside that blocking arm. But again, all credit to her, only the second person to take Dakota to a points victory. And I think there's always that tinge of worry when someone just is showing those levels of toughness and still swinging. And it was pretty obvious who was doing better. It was obviously Dakota, especially in rounds 2 and round 3. Dakota was just ragging her about whenever it hit side of the cage, tie plum around the head, throwing around and giving herself a little bit of space. And I know Lazy posted the judges' cards on the Discord, and one judge gave her 10-8 across the board all 3 rounds. I wouldn't argue against that. I would be more happy to give Lady Samurai just a 9 in the first round, because she did threaten Dakota a little bit there with a charge forward. But onto my girl, Dakota. First off, good win against a very very tough opponent. I expected her to win, and she did. I expected a finish, and I think we were close at times. She demonstrated all the usual skills we expect. Crisp striking and kicking at range. The signature teep to the face cropped up once or twice. I love that shot. Elbows on the break, knees to body and head whenever there was space. I saw one guy in the main card minute chat comparing her striking to that of Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And I know Dan Hardy's compared to before to Silver, which is a really, really great compliment. In this one, I think she thought she looked a little bit rusty in round one, but she has had 9 months off. And maybe, just maybe, it was all that forward pressure from Sumiko, because she didn't give her a moment to breathe from the moment the referee said go. No glove touch, which is pretty standard for Dakota, to be fair. And then sometime in round 2, she damaged her hand. She was waving it at the corner, saying something. Couldn't tell what she was saying, and that obviously might have affected her performance. After the fight, clearly very upset that she hadn't performed. Sorry, my computer clicked off there for a minute. My TV's clicked off. Sometime in round 2, she damaged her hand. That obviously affected her performance. She was clearly very upset she hadn't performed as well as she wanted to, and of course about the injury. I did mention a couple of times last week about bittersweet symphonies of violence, and this was just a prime example of that, because we ended up with what we thought would be a quick fight going the distance. And I can live with that. And as much as I enjoy seeing Dakota destroy opponents in minutes, going the distance will be good for her in the long term.
Mhm.
And as much as Lady Samurai showed no quit, neither did Dakota. Even with the injured hand, she was still looking for that finish. And I don't normally get emotional about fighters. That's Austin's role. But seeing how upset Dakota was actually very sad. And then to hear her announce she'd re-signed with PFL was just another dagger in the heart for me. Lazy did post some figures in the Discord, and I can understand why she's done it financially. It appears the UFC wasn't willing to shell out the big bucks. And while I'd have loved her to take whatever they offered and just make money from being a UFC champion, it probably makes sense for her to stay with the PFL and just keep adding up the numbers to that undefeated record. And maybe in a couple of years, we'll see her financially stable enough to financially secure enough to just go for it. She's kind of following that Paddy Pimblett model: make the money, then go to the UFC. The sad thing is we've seen already what the PFL's been able to offer her. We've had one fight in 9 months, and then after 9 months of waiting, what we get is 15 minutes of action. Great. And then she's injured, and now we know she's probably going to be out for at least 6 months, maybe another 9 months, maybe who knows. I said on the Discord, I'm drained. I've never had a win feel so bad. And yeah, I had to get that one off my chest. And let's hear what the other guys have to say about it. Yeah. Great fight, Dakota, but yeah, very, very sad, very bittersweet win for me.
It was a good fight. You said it, man. First things first, I got to give credit to Lady Samurai and Abba. She was just, the toughness was on display from the very jump. The shots that would have put away many women and many men. Uh, she survived and continued to walk through the toughness just off the charts and heart through the roof. So she deserves a lot of credit for sticking it out and making that fight competitive, even though it seemed like she was at a real skill disadvantage and a real skill gap. A lot of people were saying that Dakota might have been playing with her food some. I don't think that was necessarily the case. I think she was trying to finish her, and I think that it was just the toughness of Inaba that was preventing that from happening.
Yeah. If I can just interrupt slightly there, Dakota does not play with her food. If she could have got her out in 1 round, she would have been out of there.
Yeah, and I think that the brief showboating at the end of the final round there was just kind of her. You got a broken hand, you can't do much. You dance it out, fucking evade, make some. She was doing the side kicks and different things like that, evasive type maneuvers. But I wasn't really offended by her performance. I don't think that she was out of line, or too braggadocious, I guess. But it was, I guess not the best look for. I believe she was a -4,000 favorite coming into this, so probably should have put this girl away. I guess you can cut her some slack, give her some leeway for having the broken hand from whatever midway point of the second round on. But yeah, Dakota she was in there and she was looking good. She was looking crisp and clean, and striking was on point. The tie clinch from her is just, she must be strong as shit. she's got to have an iron grip, because when she gets that tie clinch on you, it's pretty much night.
She's so tall. She gets a lot of leverage. I think.
Yeah, man.
That helps.
Yeah,
so
exactly. The fulcrum on those levers really get them up there. The knees, the elbows. Yeah, she's tough. Yeah, I thought it was an impressive performance on her end. Hopefully she can heal up relatively quickly from whatever this injury is, which appears to be a broken hand. And you hit the nail on the head, Mouse. I think the sole reason we're not seeing her in the UFC, say in 2026, is financial. She is making a boatload of cash over in the PFL. She's getting promotional money. She's getting huge purses with flat rates just to fight, not the show and win bullshit. She's getting guaranteed money more or less. And it is similar to a Patty Pimblett route. It's almost more similar to a Kayla Harrison route. Make that PFL money, win a couple of championships, gather up a couple $1 million and then bounce. The upside for her is going to be she's going to be much younger when she does leave than Kayla was. How old is Dakota?
I think she's 27. I could be wrong.
Yeah. So she could afford to spend another year or two in the PFL and still be in her prime entering the UFC. So
absolutely.
Yeah, man, get that money, rack up some more wins, get that record even more impressive. I've heard some rumblings on somebody that the PFL should sign, a recent lady who was cut from the UFC. As she is older in age, but she's tested against some big names in the game. She's tough as nails. Viviane Araujo, recently released from the UFC. Yeah. Could be a good matchup.
Yeah,
that's about all.
It's a new face. Although we're going to have to wait and see how long Dakota's injured. That's the unfortunate thing. That's the other horrible thing. Depending how quickly she can get fit, she might miss the tournament next year.
Yeah, and I think that's why she was really crying in there, because I think that she knows that's a pretty serious injury. Like when you're a fighter like that, you kind of know those pops and those cracks and different things that you feel, and she probably felt that and was like, uh-oh, not good.
Yeah, I've got to say, you mentioned the showboating at the end, and I can't remember who it was in the Discord was talking about it. And I said she was just showing some respect back to the crowd because they gave her such a warm welcome.
I'm here with a dangerous Dakota Ditcheva. First question I have to ask, how's the left hand? We saw you shaking it out in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, I think I've injured my left hand, but I think I'm just more gutted because I've been out for so long and then I've come back and I'm injured again, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much.
This crowd behind you from start to finish, how did that feel, especially in that third round when you were hurting?
Guys, I just want to say that was the best walkout I've ever had, so thank you so much.
Before we get you in the back, I have to know, what does the future hold for you? I know you have to heal up, but when you come back, what are you looking forward to?
I mean, I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few years together. So hopefully we can carry on bringing crowds like this, because you guys really set a standard. So congratulations, guys.
Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva fans, let her know how you feel.
So she was giving them a bit of a show at the end. Austin, you still there?
Twas me that criticized the showboating, and yes, you did say that. I just figured, I was like, I didn't realize her hand was injured.
I had honestly forgotten it was you, Austin, but
yeah. Well, you know me. My thinking on it was like, my first initial thought was like, ah, shit. There's no other real options. My first real thought was, she could have just, if she wanted to stay busy, she should have just done another tournament. That's what I thought. But because she wanted to face quality competition, she's kind of stuck waiting for the PFL to kind of get quality competition and people that she hasn't fought before already, which she's fought mostly the girls that are still stuck in that flyweight tournament. That I think Liz Carmouche is back in right now, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, if Liz Carmouche can get back to the final, or get into the final of that tournament,
If I can interrupt you, I believe Liz Carmouche is in the final against Jenna Bishop.
Okay,
of course,
perfect.
Dakota
Then
beat them on
whoever, if Liz Carmouche can get that win, that's a name that Dakota can have. That's somebody who's fought for multiple titles, was a champion in Bellator, was a champion in, I would believe, not the first iteration of the PFL, but still doesn't matter. Somebody who's accomplished, that would help, because otherwise they're kind of floundering right now with talent as far as women's divisions go. And hell, at this point, you just need a rotating roster of contenders to fight her. Just give her a title, have her defend it. Eventually, I would just like to see her at 135. That would be my ideal situation for her, because she's already tall and lanky. She's going to beat most of these people, kind of like how John Jones beat a majority of the division, just because he's a bigger athlete. It doesn't matter how often they fight. You just need to put bodies in front of her. That's it. Just get a conveyor belt of older or decent veterans and get her to consistently fight. Hopefully this injury is not super serious, but we'll see. I doubt it's going to keep her out a year. You'll probably get 6 months, and that's just being generous and safe. I think she just needs to take time off anyways, for other reasons too. It's not like you could get a bum off the street and have her fight every month. She probably like that, but then again, it goes against the quality of opponent that she has. As far as the money and the contract she signed, it is what it is. We already knew what the game was. The UFC wasn't going to pay top dollar, because that's been their game as of late with the contenders, unless for some reason they just happen to be like 100% on the same page as Dana White and company, which is weird. Sometimes you don't get that, but the UFC is definitely not going to pay top dollar for her, which is a shame.
Yeah. Horrible shame.
Yeah. It's just, you got the positives of the whole thing is it just gives her more time to polish her game. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that the PFL can do their due diligence as a promotion and provide some reasonable competition for her, because they did that with the Talia Santos fight, and we saw what happened there, and that was a juiced up Talia Santos. So.
Caught her right in the nose. Push kick to the face from Dakota Ditcheva. I think Santos is hurt.
Elbow coming in from Ditcheva. There's a combination.
Santos is hurt.
Santos not moving a lot right now. Circles away off the smart cage. And this is that aggressive style you're talking about.
Big knee.
Ditcheva smelling blood. Perhaps literally as it's coming from the mouth of Talia Santos, who grabs a hold, give herself some reprieve.
And this is where we see the level of Santos as well. I mean, she's not having her way right now. She's taking some really big shots. But almost every other person that's been taking these shots so far has crumbled, and Santos has not yet.
Nice elbows. Beautiful inside elbows. There's that knee up the middle.
That one hurt Talia Santos.
That was digging deep for sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the bottom.
Yeah,
and enhanced Talia.
Yeah, I think the part of it is Dakota, because the PFL has been so good to Dakota. They literally created this division for her, and so she's obviously has a great deal of loyalty, and they're paying her good money. So why the hell would she's not going to stab them in the back? I guess when they're offering her those big paychecks. Eventually, hopefully, she will feel that itch and want that greater competition. And what else was I going to say there? I've distracted myself. Oh yeah, the tournament. I believe the PFL did not want her in the tournament this year. They said they were going to arrange something else for her, so that's why she wasn't here, as far as I know. And obviously, I'm the resident expert in this place. But it's as far as I remember, that's what she said.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this injury of hers pans out and how long it keeps her on the shelf, because PFL is hard up for names like a Dakota Ditcheva to headline their cards, and to see her go down yesterday afternoon, or whenever it was, that's got to be like in NFL terms, seeing your franchise quarterback, crumple to the field and have to get carted off, being like, oh fuck, like there goes the season.
Yeah, Montana just fucked up his hand. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Terrible fucking news. But if anyone could bounce back from it, it's a young, fit, virile young gal like her.
That is true. I'm not sure I want to see her go up to 135, despite what Austin said. I wouldn't hate it, I guess, but I would be worried about her coming back down to 125 in that case.
Who else is left? But that's my whole thing is like if she can't like that's my it's just.
Well, I guess you'll get that situation that it's not like we haven't seen it in the UFC, I guess, where champions just go, right, I've beaten everyone in this division. I'm going to start beating them all again. We've seen it with other guys. We've just seen Max, who's had 3 trilogies, lost one of them completely. Fortunately, recovered in this one. We've seen it with other guys. We're about to see it again with Tom Aspinall, dare I say, at heavyweight, because his intent is to go through the entire top 10 and then start over again. I guess whoever pops up new, congratulations, son, you deserve a knockout. Yeah.
But I do like that Liz Carmouche matchup.
You what? Sorry.
So I do like that Liz Carmouche matchup that Austin mentioned. I think that supposing Liz does come out of the tournament final, victorious.
Yeah, Dakota wanted it as well. She was keen on it.
That would be a good one. And then Liz Carmouche, Lafayette, Louisiana's own, much like Dustin Poirier. There's a little connection there. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah. We can't really move on from PFL talk without talking a little bit about the Johnny Eblen, Costello Van Steenis situation. It was in fact, main event, maybe not the people's main event, but Johnny Eblen choked unconscious with 10 seconds to go left in the fight, in a fight that he was winning pretty easily. A guy, Johnny Eblen, that often liked to refer to himself as the best middleweight in the world, said he would handle Dricus du Plessis, he would handle Bilal Muhammad, he would make these guys look like amateurs. So, Austin, let's go to you first. You're our resident Bellator PFL, non-Dakota guy. So, what do you got for us on Johnny Eblen and his epic meltdown?
Watching it initially, I was like, all right, he's going to have to play smart and wrestle because that's what he does. He's actually, despite the willingness to stand and, trade punches, he plays smart and he wrestles when he has to. Like he knows, like, okay, I'm going to get him to commit to a combination after I get done throwing. I'm going to bait him into throwing back, and then he's going to go in for a takedown, and he's pretty consistent with doing that. And his punches aren't super devastating when he's on the ground, but he's capable of finding finishes when he gets to the mat. He's not always the best with the stand up, but he knows how to kind of like set people up with basic traps of takedowns and maneuvering on the mat and finding ways to keep the fight not so much interesting, because a lot of his fights are not the most interesting. But he's not a Logan Story, so at least we have that. But he's definitely a guy you can look at and say, oh, he's capable. He's capable. Probably a top 10 inside the middleweight division in the UFC, but, capable of beating a good middleweight on any given night. And unfortunately, it just wasn't this night because Costello Van Steenis, just said, hold my beer. With 30 seconds left, he finds the ability to get a choke and then fucking just does it. That dude, that's some self-belief and determination that I have not seen in quite some time outside of the UFC, because he just said, hold my beer, son. I don't care if I am getting wrestled to death and that I am losing the fight. I will find a way to win. And he fucking did. Fucking, I think I left a recording on the Discord because of it, because I was like, he fucking did it. He did it. He pulled it out of his ass and got it. Good for him, man. You can't really complain. Dude found a way to win. That's what you're supposed to do when you're in a title fight. Find a way to win. You got 5 rounds. Figure it out. And he did. Can't blame him that. And I don't think this is going to hurt Eblen. If anything, this might just dedicate him to having a better game plan than just kind of like gassing at the end of the fight, because all he did was wrestle. And then by the time he was getting consistently hit in the face, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to wrestle again." Because Vance Guinness was like, "All right, I got an opportunity here," because he was dead tired by the time he was getting that takedown. And I think that's what it. If had he just stayed on the feet, he might get knocked out. But he should have won, and he didn't, and that was insane.
Yeah. Fucking the craziest part to me, I think they pointed it out on commentary, was the fact that this happened in the 5th round when you're fucking sweaty and slippery and greasy as a pig, and just, you know, the fact that he was able to lock that in. And he's a stand-up guy. Like, he's isn't he from like the Netherlands or something like that, by way of Spain? Like, he's a kickboxer by trade. So, man, did he lock that thing up? And I believe it was Old Man Dave that pointed out Johnny Eblen possibly spending a little bit too much time focusing on those BBLs down at Coconut Creek, Florida. Not spending enough time on the cardio.
Who wouldn't, to be fair?
Coconut Creek, Florida, another tie to Dustin Poirier. Look at that.
Yeah. And Dakota.
You got anything else?
Well, on this one, I did start watching it. Obviously, I was still recovering from the entire Dakota incident, but I was watching it and I was like, yeah, okay, Eblen's got this. I think I watched most of the first round and maybe half of the second. I was thinking, yeah, he's got this. And then, despite what I said in yesterday's show about writing Dakota notes and preparing some chicken, I think this was around the time I started doing that. And I kind of got distracted. Maybe it was just with the main card minute chat. And all of a sudden it was like, shit, he lost. I was like, hang on a second. Who Eblen lost? He was murdering him, 30 seconds ago when I was looking at this fight. And then I saw the picture that was posted in the Discord with the other guy getting the belt or whatever he's getting, and the entire background is just pictures of Eblen. That was pretty funny. Yeah. So yeah, didn't care. You know me. I don't really care about much else in the PFL apart from Dakota. Maybe Francis Ngannou if he ever fights again. Would have liked to see Eblen win this one, I guess. But yeah, great performance by the other guy. Never giving up, no quitting. That guy, obviously.
Yeah, man. Cool name too. Fun name to say, Costello Van Steenis.
I think I did see Christian making some comments about his grappling in the MCM chat.
Yeah, didn't he say something about like Costello is a cheese or something like that?
I can't remember.
He was calling him the cheese man. Oh God! Shout out Christian, the stuff sweeter man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the PFL event. There was a lot more that went on, but yeah, get into
I was going to try to say something about Dustin Poirier, but I think we already had a soliloquy about him or two. The BKFC. I know Lazy is a huge fan. I know Danger, you're not. I know many of our listeners and many of the fan base out there for MMA doesn't mind watching a BKFC event or two. The tournament was announced, and looks like they're already getting a roster full of contenders for it. $15 million to the winner, and $1 million to the runner-up. And it looks like they have a whole payout system. I think I wrote it down the other day for it. And I'm thinking, I've always been a big fan of tournaments. Doesn't matter what it is, I just like the tournament style. And that's why I also prefer it over the, shall we say, matchmaker model. But that's just me. Tournaments make sense. Matchmaking sometimes doesn't, but whatever. And easy to follow, for sure. And there's always a prize at the end of a tournament. Usually it's a title. Sometimes it's just a ring of glory. This time it's just a big wad of cash, and I appreciate that, especially from a company who's just fucking dirty, sloppy about what they're doing. We know what it is. I mean, hey, you like violence? Why don't you come over here? Primarily stand up, and we we don't care who likes it, because Conor McGregor being in it usually doesn't make me want to watch. But seeing guys get paid regardless, and possibly seeing Conor fight somebody, and possibly getting more charges on him, it never hurts. But then again, that's just me. Well, it's a reason I would like to watch it. I usually don't watch it, but I'd be interested in this. That's for sure. I don't know if you guys pay attention to that at all.
Mouse, you got anything? Because I definitely do.
Mouthful of nuts again, I'm afraid.
With you and the nuts, man.
I didn't think Austin was going to ask me.
Well, I'll go then. Keep your mouthful of nuts. Do your Nina drama or whoever you want to be. Yeah, the BKFC tournament. I like that. First off, I'll say I like it. I think it's a really cool idea. I think it sounds awesome. I would absolutely love to watch it. The concept is really cool. I love the idea of bringing back a tournament. I have heard some of the groundwork and how they have it laid out, how it'll take place over the span of a year to allow for time to heal between these fights because, of course, bare knuckle creates, while less long-term damage, it does create more superficial damage and laceration. So they've got logistics and stuff thought up. They've got their pay structure announced. Several people that want to participate, names emerging more and more every day. So it sounds really good in theory, and I would very much enjoy it. But here's the problem, and here is the real crux of the issue. This isn't, it's not a real thing yet. This isn't an actual tournament. This isn't solidified in any way, shape, or form. This is an idea. This is a proposal. This is basically the BKFC's version of a GFL, because from everything that I've dug into and read, they don't got no funds secured for this tournament. All this money that they're proposing, they don't have that money. That money is not in escrow. It's not actually liquid funds. They are proposing this tournament as a method to get investors, because as we've discussed recently on the show, BKFC is hemorrhaging money. They're losing money left and fucking right. Their parent company at the moment, Triller, is looking to offload them at their soonest convenience. So super cool idea, BKFC, but you don't got no fucking money. So I get what you're going for here. You're throwing the biggest thing you can think of at the wall and hoping somebody says, hey, that sounds great. I'd like to get behind that, and I'd like to put some of my money into the pot for this idea. But until some people start actually putting some money into the pot, this is just a pipe dream. So cool concept, but it's as real of a topic as John Jones and Conor McGregor fighting at the White House.
Hold on a second. Isn't Conor McGregor a co-owner?
He owns a very, very small minority stake.
Yeah.
Doesn't Conor also have at least 25 million in cash he could probably unload?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That's my only thinking on it, since he was very enthusiastic, especially as of late with the pictures floating around. Not going to talk about what it was on those pictures, but hey, it's his business. The man might be looking for business ventures as well to get into, since apparently he's just looking for any sorts of things to get into these days.
Yeah, he could be, but I think he's the kind of asshole where he's trying to make money, not invest money. I don't see him ponying up his own fucking cash to put this tournament on. Like, from what I understand, like his ownership within the company, it's basically a I don't know what you want to call it. It's a promotional tool. He owns so little that you might as well just say he owns nothing.
Yes, token. He gets to attach his name to a company. They profit off it. He hopes to profit off it. It's classic Conor McGregor, if you really think about it. He gets in and gets out fast. He did it with the featherweight. He did it with lightweight. He did it with boxing. He did it with the UFC, realistically speaking. We haven't seen him there for quite a while. He comes in, he tries to make money, and he fucks off and does something else. And at the moment, he seems to be... inhaling a lot of his money, I would guess. That seems to be the thing. I'm guessing this is the press conference with what's his name, Mike.
Yeah, it was the whole
Dave
fiasco.
Feldman.
Mike
Dance
Perry.
to me, boy. Dance to me. You're gonna dance to me, boy. That kind of stuff. Whatever it was.
No, Mike Perry. Yeah, right, that was the same one. Because he was on.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
definitely on something there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That I saw that, and I saw the girl accusing the other guy, girl of having a mouthful of a throat full of something. In fact, it was, I would say, hilarious because I turned on at that moment and I think I watched for about 30-40 seconds and went, that's enough of this shit. I don't need to see that. And I turned it off, and that's all I've seen about it, apart from other people occasionally reporting on it. So, but yeah, it's Conor McGregor. Fuck that guy. I don't care what he does. Snort it up your nose. Jump off your yacht. Don't care.
And it was just a day or two after that press conference where he made a fool of himself that he popped in and out of a certain lady's DM with a dumbbell hanging from his doohickey.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I should have thought of that. Yeah, take your yacht out somewhere and then attach that dumbbell to your dick and jump off it and do us all a favor. And yeah, I'm joking, obviously.
If you listen to Chael was like about to like gobble down those things. I don't know.
yeah, Chael was the reaction was hilarious. I can't stop looking at it.
Connor's little rich weirdo. Whoa! What's happening here? Right, you got Mr. Winky looking at you, and then there's a weight clinging to it. We have an artist that is performing something for us.
Chael had one of the some of the best tweets ever about this, because he was basically saying that he was looking into it and he was tweeting out the warnings of using one of these cock dumbbells. And the one tweet that he put out, just said, "Start on your knees. Don't just drop it from a standing position." And that was like the whole tweet. And everyone knew exactly what he was talking about.
I love Chael. I know people say bad things about him, and some of them are true, but he's a funny fucker.
It's ridiculous. We can't end on fucking Connor's dick, so we gotta. Yeah. What's one last thing we could talk about?
Oh God.
Oh, I got it. Let's talk about next week. We're going back to Abu Dhabi. DangerMouse, you're on the call for the Weekend Roundup. It is the return of your guy, Bobby Nux, Austin, taking on RDR. A lot of people saying that this card is way better than the card that we just watched for 318. So what do you guys think? You excited for this? Excited for Abu Dhabi?
Yes.
Yeah, it looked a pretty good card from what I remember from my terrible memory. Yeah, good main event at the very least. I'm not sure. I haven't decided who I'm going to pick in that one either. I really don't know. I'm going
to have a tough matchup for both men, really.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Bobby Knuckles clearly has a huge advantage on the feet.
Yeah,
he's going to win. I'm on record right now. I don't give a fuck. It's Bobby Knuckles all day, baby.
I think we could have guessed your pick on that one.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm just going to look at the card now.
It's a pretty fucking good card, all in all, really. I mean, you got Austin, you got a man on the main card too. You got Shara Magomedov.
15 points. Let's go.
You got beaten, my friend, didn't it?
Dave has his forgotten and shunned draft pick making his bantamweight debut on the prelims.
Sorry, who?
No, Dave can stop having points. Thank you.
A certain Maurice Bitchell.
Oh, I see. Is he up again?
Yeah, he's taking on a Nurmagomedov.
I'm desperately
I
trying
think he's an owner of Mein Kampf. You know.
Oh, Austin, you have more fantasy draft points at stake because you have Tabitha Ricci on the prelims.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. 5 points at least.
Dang. Yes, this is going to be a good one. And DangerMouse, get your drinks ready early because it's an early card.
Oh, yeah. Abu Dhabi. I do like him for that much.
It'll be noon Eastern prelims start.
Yes. This is going to be interesting. I think I have no emotions right now because I'm emotionally drained from the weekend's events. So, yeah, good. Go Whitaker right now. Bobby Knuckles all day, baby.
Oh, and you know what else we get in the very first fight of the night? The debut of the former jiu-jitsu phenom and one championship heavyweight fighter, Buchecha. He will be taking on Martin.
God.
Yep, Martin Budai in the first fight of the night.
Because, reasons. Hopefully they're paying him and he's not just desperate for money.
Fuck yeah, dude. This is going to be great. An early start time, a stacked card. Oh, I love it. Yeah, and then Bogdan Gusko is going to kill Nikita Krylov, so that's something.
That's Junior Anthony Smith, isn't
it? Yeah, the doppelganger. All right, well.
I don't know what
this
the fuck
is dragging on a bit, so why don't we wrap this thing up? What do you say? When will this show be going out? Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday, hopefully.
Hey, everybody, join me later on tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time as I moderate the weighing in chat.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, we're about to have to go and watch some Submission Radio, I think.
We sure are. Oh, we're late.
No, it doesn't start while 11 tonight.
Oh.
It's 15 minutes from now, I believe.
Dennis, we will see you soon.
Yeah, we sure will.
Hey, and who's on this episode of Submission Radio? Josh Thompson from the Weighing In Podcast, moderated by LazyBed.
Is he? Is it Josh?
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah.
I thought he'd been on last week.
He was, but he's apparently on again because he is everybody's least favorite podcaster.
Super Trooper, Josh Thompson. I'm one of the few people that doesn't hate Josh Thompson for some reason. I think he's all right. It seems okay to me.
He's a fucking idiot.
See, Josh? There you go. You can make me a moderator if you want to, but fuck Austin.
I'm legally obligated to say Josh Thompson's a great guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, Josh Thompson can suck my sack.
That's a great note to end this show on. So let's go ahead and do
sure
that.
is.
This has been the Sunday Night Scuffle that's going to come to you on Tuesday evening, I do believe. So thank you, everybody that has listened. Thank you, everybody that's been with us today on the Scuffle. Before you get on out of here, do hit the thumbs up, ring the bell, subscribe to the channel. This is Just Bleed Radio. I'm LazyBed. That's been DangerMouse. That's been Austin. And we're fucking out of here. Peace.
Ta-ra for now.
Later, guys. Fuck you, Josh.